Dr. Frances Cress Welsing and her view on racism.
I want to understand really more about racism. I happen to have been at a social gathering, and these were black people sitting around after a Black Power Committee meeting. And I heard a gentleman across the room say racism is a system. It was almost like a light bulb going on. That was Neely Fuller. How many of you are familiar with his work? I consider him to be one of the critical thinkers in our group in the 20th century and into the 21st century. He was saying that racism is a system, and let me, because we got to get this really in our heads. He said it was a system, and the system functions in all areas of people activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And that the purpose of this system is to maintain the power equation of white over non-white, white power over non-white powerlessness. And so I thought this was a very profound concept. Those of you who are familiar with the work of Dr. Du Bois. Dr. Du Bois in 1903 said that the problem of the 20th century is the question of the color line. This is the problem of the color line. So I said to myself, why would a system for the purpose of maintaining white power over non-white powerlessness, why would such a system evolve on this particular planet, planet Earth? And then I thought about some of the things that are said within the system. One of the critical things is that we are taught that white is a majority. Is that right? Yes. And we are told that non-white is genetic inferior. And then I just thought about the things that, you know, you learn going to school for a long time and going to medical school. I said, wait a minute, white is a tiny minority. Fewer than 1/10 of the people on the planet have white skin. And instead of black people being genetically inferior, the ability to produce this black pigment, melanin, is a genetically dominant trait. And we have an excellent example in our president, Barack Obama. His mother is white, was white, his father was black. And you mix these together and what do you get? A colored person. See, always a black person. So I said that, okay, on this planet, planet Earth, in the 15th century, we had Columbus, 1492, coming out of Europe and realizing that the earth was round and not flat. And everywhere these white people landed, they found colored people, right? And if those men were sexually frustrated and the people were over time, and the women had sex, or I should say the men had sex, imposed sex, however you want to look at it. If they waited around 9 months, they found that all of the children looked like the mothers. And so they realized wait a minute, we are a tiny minority in Europe and no other place where there are white people. So they said, wait a minute, what if these men got in boats and started going from south to north? We could genetically disappear.
So tell me your thoughts on the system of racism.